Hi everybody, hope your day's going good. I just wanted to go through a bunch here pretty quickly. So this is the stone I think is a crunched up turtle that got fossilized. It has the little red spots, like you can see the turtle flesh, and like the little red ear is in there. There's like the little red striping of the turtle. It's kind of faded, but it was in there. Darn it. You could like make out the turtle and everything. Darn it. But I could see its claws and everything. This is like a scrunched up turtle. And then I have this one that I thought was a scrunched up turtle as well. And like the shell used to be on it up here. It has like similar patterning that just reminds me of a turtle. And like its legs and everything are all scrunched up in there. And its head. It's so smooth. Like right here is so smooth. It just has that turtle look. I don't know, and it feels like it too. But I have these little pieces of what I think could be jasper, and they're like these little figurines. This one could be a buffalo or an elephant, I think. It feels like it has been, there's those little metal markings on it too, but it feels like it's been shaped like that. You can really see the elephant, I think, here. And then I have this one that kind of reminded me of a scrunched up turtle as well, but there's profiles, the metal markings. It also kind of reminds me of an elephant, but not less than the other one. They both stand up straight. Okay, and then this is another elephant effigy. You've got a little tail, walking legs, trunk, eye. The ear is indented in. There. See how that's an elephant? Could be a mastodon because it has the flatter head, not the bulbous head like a mammoth would have. But here's the cool part about this one, guys. Look at that freaky face on the edge there too. Is this one also feels like the tooth of something. And here's part of the tooth enamel that's still there. All in there. It just reminds me with those ridges of a tooth. And there's like this bone part, kind of. I don't know. But that one's really cool. And then I have these, this one's such a beautiful stone. And here's the bulbous head elephant, so it's probably a mammoth. Has these scratches into it. There's profiles as well. There's birds. like full birds and bird faces. That's some kind of a critter too, but yeah, there's like a recessed beak, little bird face. And this one stands up flat like that to be the elephant. It's such a beautiful stone. And then these are more crude, but this is another one that stands up. Something has broken off all on the outside. I think it had some of that glaze on it. But this is the head, end, eye, trunk. It stands up also. There's this really wicked face too. And then this is the other side. See the trunk? This one's probably the mastodon type, the forest dwelling elephant. Because I'm pretty sure like this one would be the mammoth with that bulbous head that pops up at the top, not flattened. And then here's a really crude elephant. They carved the little trunk, eye, ear. It stands up. It's probably just like, sometimes I think these little figurines were children's toys. Like, you know how when you were a kid, you'd have like a little barn set up with like little cows and horses and or like a little house that you would play like little people and little bears and stuff in. That's sometimes what I think they are. And then here's this little owl, which is so beautiful. One of its horns broke off. It's all really smooth except this one spot right there. There's like a break. And that's, you're looking at the owl dead on. And then he has this wing that comes down. And then there's also a really pretty, like if those two horns were still there, it would be like a something with the two teeth coming out right there, like a serpent face as well. And there's really pretty faces with the hat. I thought I saw a quail too. Serpent. And then here, there's a guy with the screaming mouth, a profile there. He even has an ear. And then this, I think, is a bird head, fossilized. Like there's its gizzard in there. There's bones. I think the beak maybe broke off. But this just looks like a bird head, like a featherless bird head to me. And then I have this one that is, this is like skin that had feathers stuck in it at one time. What is this? And right here reminds me of like a chicken wing or a chicken thigh, and part of it broke off. Like, is this another curled up bird? Somehow? It's really odd. And then I have this, which seems to have the pattern of a wing in it. Like a dragonfly wing or something. See that? It just reminds me of some kind of a wing. It's one of those ones that has the 3 sides. It's like a triple-sided stone. It just reminds me of a wing. How pretty, eh? And then I have this one, which really to me looks like something curled up again. And like, here's the claws. Okay, ready? And they like wrap around. See how it's like this little wing or something that wraps around? With the claws, like you can feel them, they're raised. Or is that feathers? I used to be able to see like a dragon face in there. But this is something biological. It has horns. That's something curled up, and it has like its wings wrapped around its face or something. It's got like all these little tiny banded agates in there too. Okay, and then this one's just a really pretty one that's like this little shell. I used to think it was a turtle shell, but it could be like a clam. It just really feels like a little clam shell or something that turned to stone. Oh, okay, and then is this something biological? It has this band that goes all the way around the outside. But I thought I was seeing paint, like a snake pattern painted on there. Is this like a little snake effigy? And then I have this, which really reminds me of a snake head. Like a serpent. Looks like a little being's head too. Cool, eh? And then I have this really heavy, like green stuff. There's these really interesting looking profiles. And it's been carved down to like be, I don't know, a chopping tool of some kind. There's another face there. It's really cool. But it's like for breaking bones or something. Like it's got a lot of heaviness to it, and you can see the use. Like this is some kind of a chopping tool. And then I just wanted to talk about this because I thought it was maybe another elephant effigy. But then it's just such a pretty stone. See that elephant shape there? With these bands. It's been pecked out all in here. It could also, this is so smooth, this side. It could have been used for like polishing or a grinding tool. But I have this stone, which I thought was the same sort of stuff. So I was like, ooh, maybe they stack together. Because it's hard to make out, but there's banding in there. It doesn't come across on camera very well, but there's banding in there. It's translucent too. Sorry, I've got like my laundry out here. Like it lights up. See how the stone glows? It's just so thick that you have to have it, see it how it lights up? This side, not so much, just where those bands are. Lights up. So I bet it looks really pretty if it were sliced really thinly. And then I have this. I just wanted to show because of how pretty it is. It's a serpent for sure. Little geode eye. See that? Yeah, that's a serpent face. It's like a viper. It has these really cool like fossils in there. And then here's more of that crystal. It's like it was cut right there. And then there's all that crystal and stuff here too. And then I have this. It's like a skull rock. And there's this wicked looking face. But a lot of it broke off, it looks like. Like up in here, there was like an eyebrow, an eye. You can still make it out when you look over his shoulder. But it's this really neat shirt stuff, I think. It also reminds me of, well, there's a bird there for sure. The beak, eye. It reminds me of one of those owl totems. I can also see a skull in there, but we're getting close, almost done. Thanks for hanging in. Here's my beautiful, I just picked this up because I liked the crystal and the pink. I found this where I found the other little pink chess head, like chess piece head, and I was just looking at this one night and I saw the tiger face or the lion face. Here's its snout. And it goes back, and that's all been carved. It has the ear, the eye. Little frowny, snouty face. And then see, it even continues on that side. And then there's also profiles. Faces. The little cat hat. But yeah, I think that because of this dip underneath, and it's all smoothed out. It looks rough, but it's so smooth. I think that this is one of the ones that went on top of something, like the hat. But that is just gorgeous to me. And then the last ones that I'm going to talk about is this other piece of flesh. It looks like it had tattoos on the flesh. See all that red paint? Here it looks like a guy slaughtering like a beast. He's like raising a weapon above his head. That's like tattooing. And then you can see where there's skin, flesh, bone. This part sticks out. It's some kind of a tool too, where it would be held in this depression and over here, and then gone like that. And then something was being like sharpened in this like perfect line in there. It's like this sharp bone protrusion that sticks out right there. And like you can see where something was like all of those conchoidal breaks. Or wait, they're hard to make out, but they're there. Right there. See how, or I don't know if those are just stop starts, but there's like a little ridges like right there. And that's why I think it was like being used to go like this, or something being sharpened on it. Like it could have been a whetstone. But the outer coating, it's like they coated it in leather or something, and it turned to stone together. Because this stuff feels so smooth. It has those cuts in it. It's like that fleshy leather stuff. It's hard to explain unless you feel it yourself. But it feels like this was coated in leather to be more comfortable for your hand while you were like sharpening your sword or something. Oh, I never talked about these either. This is another one that I thought could have been an elephant, but it's definitely a face. It's like a really cool looking face over there. And it has that rough kind of side, and then the rest is like all smoothed. Just like this one. I find a lot like that, where they have these rough sides, and then the rest is all smoothed. This gorgeous profile of this amazing looking person. And this amazing stone, it's so bright green. And these edges are sharp. Look at that guy. It's a wise looking native guy. It's gorgeous. I just love that. If anyone knows what kind of stone that is, let me know. And then the last two are just two tomahawks. A little nice little profile on that. This is like where it would be wrapped, and you can see evidence of where it was wrapped. See the staining? It looks like there might be blood and stuff on this even. But yeah, that's a tomahawk. Or a hammerstone or whatever. Maybe a war hammer. And then this is my other best tomahawk. I have a few other ones, but these ones really have the wrapping, and where it was hafted, you can see the groove and the perfect tomahawk shape. See where it was all wrapped? And there's that goop still on it that they would stick the binding on there with. This is one of those segments where it feels like it came off, I don't know, like a stegosaurus or some huge beast. Like it's preform. That was there. That's in the stone, that perfect curve where it's like a segment from some beast. But yeah, that's a tomahawk for sure. Like the wrapping was so intense, it dug into the stone. This might have been a warhammer too. It's absolutely gorgeous. Looks like it was reused for many, many, many years. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's everything that I brought out. Sorry for how long this was. I just really wanted to show a whole bunch of things. Maybe you stuck by, maybe you didn't. Have a wonderful day.